How are you doing today, sir?
I'm terrible, obviously. Right. Yeah, look at this.
I got to tell you, the matte paintings that Fox came up with are amazing.
We got the Star Wars team
to
give us some matte paintings. It's worked out great. They're really talented.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that.
I can't believe this is the backlot.
Right.
Yeah.
Being serious for a second, your movie comes out in October, and I know that there's going to be a lot of twists and turns. Yeah. How have you been describing, or what would you like, because it's still early, and normally people might know everything about a movie, but how would you like to describe the film to people without revealing too much?
I tend to describe Bad Times at the El Royale as a love letter to the crime thriller. I've always wanted to do a film noir or something in that space, and it combines some of my love of that and big ensemble casts.
I spoke to you last for Cabin in the Woods, and I was asking you how long it was going to take to direct another project, and you have made a great career out of screenwriting, but not directing. What was it about this material that said, yeah, I'm going to get back in the chair?
I don't know. You just sort of, it's all gut. You just go on your instincts. The thing about directing is it's 2 to 3 years of your life. So you really have to be, for me, it has to be very personal and a story about something I'm very passionate about, in which case this one was. And the truth is I'm not a disgruntled screenwriter. I'm a very fortunate and excited screenwriter. I still love being a screenwriter and working with directors like Ridley Scott. I hope I get to do stuff like that forever.
The footage we saw last night, you showed us one sequence with Jon Hamm and a tracking shot that was unbelievable. And I'm curious if you could describe to people, or could you reveal, are there a lot of shots in the movie that are that intense with 5 minutes of no cutting, or was that, you know what I mean? Like, what was it about? Let's jump with that.
Yeah, certainly the shot we showed you is in our top 5 most ambitious shots, if not our number 1. I'm not sure, but I knew very early I wanted to be very ambitious visually with the movie, and I hired Seamus McGarvey, who is very familiar with aggressive camera moves. He did the Atonement shot. If you don't know that, go check it out. And is just so special as a director of photography. And it was very much the language I wanted to employ while shooting this film.
Well, the shot that I'm specifically bringing up with you has Jon Hamm learning about the hotel early in the movie. From what I understand, it took 27 takes and 8 months of planning.
Yeah, it was one of those things where if I had known better, I probably would have made it easy on myself and not done it. But naivete is a real weapon, and I knew there's a certain elements that made the shot particularly difficult. One of which was I needed Cynthia Erivo to sing live the entire time while the shot was taking place. So that brought with it its own difficulties, because not only do we have to figure out how to do the shot, we also had to figure out how to do the shot silently, because no one could make noise, so we could record her sound, which we had to create a whole bunch of different baffling for both the camera and the crew so that everyone could move in unison silently. That took a lot of research and development.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's bananas. Talk a little about, you have Giacchino doing the soundtrack.
I do.
How tricky was it to get him? Was it a phone call or a text?
It was pretty easy. Look, Michael and I go way back. Michael and I were on Alias together. We were on Lost together. I've known him over a decade now, and it's been fun to sort of come up together in the J.J. Abrams alumni fellowships. But so yeah, no, he knows how much I adore him. Whenever I have anything, I call him. It's usually about schedule when it comes to Michael, because he's very busy. Turns out when you're one of the greatest composers in the world, everyone wants you. But he really sparked to this one, and I'm really excited to have him aboard.
I'm already out of time. I will just say...
We'll do one more? Let's do one more.
I do have one more question for you, actually. I know that your next project is some superhero movie, some indie at Fox.
Sure.
I have to ask you where you're at in the process of that while you're also finishing up this.
Yeah, I've learned that I'm very much a one film at a time kind of guy. And so I've been very focused on getting Bad Times done. When this movie comes out, I'll call up Mr. Reynolds and we'll get the gang together and start figuring out what we want to do.
Completely. I cannot wait, and I cannot wait to see this. Thank you so much, sir.
Steve, thank you so much.